Hi there, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by. I am very excited to see you and to read for you. So before we get into your cards, I want to talk about your rapidly approaching solar return. So your solar return is also known as your birthday, aka your personal new year. So we're going to talk more about that when it's March and when it's actually going to be Pisces season. So why am I bringing this up early? Because right before everything, the sun moves into your first house, into your sign, etc., all that beautiful solar return, set your intentions stuff starts happening. Before that, the sun travels through the 12th house, i.e. the last house. So then it starts again, right? New year, new you, in your first house in March. So during February, there are going to be some planets piling up in your 12th house, particularly the sun. That's really what we want to look at. The sun, whatever house in your chart that it lights up, well, it lights it up. It brings it to attention. It shines on, in the 12th house, things that we may not always be aware of or see or look at. The 12th house is the house of endings, secrets, the past. So cleaning out the skeletons in your closet, right? Cleaning out baggage that you know that you're dragging around that maybe isn't necessary to you anymore. Revealing secrets to yourself so that you're not hiding them from yourself. These are all the things that Spirit is saying. So if you're feeling overburdened or you're feeling clogged, now is the time to start a bit of a detox and a purge. And you can rhyme this energy by doing that with like your room or your home. Like, I'm going to do a deep clean. I'm going to go through my closet and I'm going to donate all the clothes that I'm not wearing anymore or throw them out if they're, not good enough to donate. But one way or another, I'm going to make room in my life for the new things that want to come in, because right now I feel like things are a little bit like heavy, and makes sense with all that 12th house, like Spirit was saying. It's like, yeah, let's take the time, like let's take this month to like clear things out and remove things from our plate so that we can invite new things onto it as our solar return approaches, okay? So I feel very excited for March for whatever reason. Let's see what February has for you. You feeling overburdened, Pisces? Okay, all right. Don't worry about it. We're going to get into it. Perfect. I love that. That's what we like. Yeah. If we see the Hierophant, I'm going to freak out. Wow. Okay, not the Hierophant, not the High Priest, but the High Priestess. Pretty damn close. I'm still going to freak out regardless. Regardless! Okay. Okay, Pisces. 10 of Wands, right at the center of your spread. Yes, indeed, maybe a little overburdened, maybe a little overworked, maybe a little overtired, maybe just a little weighed down by that baggage that Spirit's talking about. Where you find yourself, we have the Devil card. I feel like I have to say it every time. I'm sorry if you've heard me say it before. The devil is not Satan. The devil does not represent evil. Tarot is pre-Christian. The devil in tarot is much more related to the horny little goat god Pan, the goat legs and the man torso and the little horns, just as you see here. The devil is about addictions. The devil is about hang-ups. The devil is about all of the socially unacceptable things we feel or desire. Lust, greed, rage, obsession, even things like depression. Like, nobody wants to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the attitude that society, and particularly American society, can kind of have on these things. Like, I only want to see you when you're bright and happy and shiny, Pisces. I don't want any of this, like, I'm morose or I'm tired or I'm addicted. Be shiny for me. That's the only way I want you. Fuck those people. And fuck that instinct within yourself that wants to people please, right? That is like, no, I shouldn't be sad, or I shouldn't be tired, or I shouldn't reveal to this person that this is too much for me. If something is too much for you right now, let people know. Now, even as I say that, I do want to give you this acknowledgement that Spirit is like, whatever you have on your plate right now, you really are fully capable of synthesizing, of manifesting something incredible out of it. You have the Magician anchoring your reading. So never forget, Pisces, what I like, what a truly, you know, all the Pisces that I know, they just have this quality, this otherworldly, magical, beyond the veil type quality. And you earned that. You made a lot of sacrifices. This is getting deep, but you've made a lot of sacrifices in life. You are the sign of sacrifice to get where you are. And I feel some of you might be a little too attached to that concept of yourself, of like martyrdom and like I do for everybody. It's time to, if you're not ready right now to do for yourself, then it's time in February to clear out that 12th house shit so that you can begin to do for yourself in your personal new year in March. Two of Wands is crowning your reading, saying you are at a crossroads, you are at a fork in the road. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. Look up that poem, Robert Frost. That's your fucking song, okay? That's your song right now. The Ten of Wands prescription, the crossing card, is the Hermit. Self-inventory. And also paying attention to yourself. Getting real about what you want, what you think, what your perspective is. You're quite a permeable sign. You're quite empathic, emotional, you know, slippery fish. Like, things can get to you easily. And that's beautiful. And it's sometimes a liability, right? You have a lot of cards for being self-focused. I want to also give you kudos that it feels like you have in the recent past, okay, here's what I want to say. Don't be discouraged if you're looking at the Ten of Wands and you're like, but I have been trying to like clear things out of my life. I have been trying to move on. I have been trying to take leaps forward. I think that you have. I think that you absolutely 100% have. The fact that you're acknowledging that you might still be feeling a little overburdened, like, I feel that some of you, it's almost like you are, how do I say this? It's like you're maybe looking in the wrong direction, or you're looking at things through like a pinhole and you want to open that up. I feel that you're in danger, not literally. Like there's a worry of holding on to your burdens because they're like, that's my identity. Like, who am I if I'm not running around like constantly doing for all things for all people? Well, you might find out. Isn't that scary and dangerous? You might find out who you are, Pisces, if you stop carrying other people's burdens and you know, at the base of the mountain when everybody's got their pack on and they're ready to climb and somebody says, oh God, this is really heavy, that you don't say, oh, here, I'll get it. And then you start strapping on everybody's packs and then you're trying to climb this mountain and you're watching everybody zoom up ahead of you and you start to feel like, well, what the fuck? Why am I still right here? Well, dude, you took everybody's baggage. No. We're throwing it off. We're going on a new journey. You're at a fork in the road and I feel make the choice that feels authentic to you. Let me say this too, okay, Pisces? If you are like, listen, I thought about it and it feels authentic to me to carry the packs of everybody and let them zoom up ahead of me on the mountain and I'll struggle because I can do it. Okay. Your free will is everything. You do what you want. You do what feels right. But what if I told you that I feel like if you were down to one wand, you would make magic? If you focused on one thing, you would make incredible gains. But if you're trying to hold on to everything you have with an iron grip, if you hoard your gifts, if you hoard your tasks to yourself and don't maybe spread them around or ask for help or maybe even just be willing to give one away and be like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Like, it's taking too much of my time and my bandwidth. I just feel like 10 wands is too many. And I feel like it's tempting to keep doing for everybody else because there may be some part of you that deep in that dark, hidden aspect is like, I don't deserve success. I'm not worthy of wealth or love or whatever. So instead of going into that fear or that feeling that I have, I'll just push it away and keep working. And then maybe one day I'll have done the amount of work or taken the amount of packs off the people around me that I finally know that I'm worthy. I'm not making fun of you, Pisces, but that is doubtful as shit. Hermit, crossing your reading. What do I want? What do I believe? What is my journey? Can I even see my compass at this point, or is it so fogged up by the breath of other people telling me where to go and what to do that like I can't even see where the needle's pointing anymore? Let me clear that shit off. Let me check it. Let me go outside, see if it still lines up with true north or not. You need to know what your true north is. You're going to get that by going within. The Hermit and the High Priestess, these are cards of like time to walk into the dark, not to mention the Devil. Time to walk into the dark and go have a conversation with yourself. Time to 12th house, time to pull all the skeletons out of your closet, make them a cup of coffee or tea, sit them across from you and have a conversation with those skeletons. Oh, so what's your deal? Why are you hiding in my closet? Tell me about it. And I mean literally. If you want to write it down, write it down. If you want to sit in your room and like literally just talk out loud to your wounds, do that. But interview the skeletons in your closet. Do I need to carry this baggage anymore? Do I need to drag this skeleton to the next place? Or can I bury this and dust my hands off at the grave, do the mourning or the respect, like pay my respects and then move on, not dragging this corpse behind me? I love you, Pisces. I know that this is intense. All the readings actually this month have been like pretty intense. I think collectively, call it that Pluto-Saturn conjunction, call it whatever, but collectively a lot of people are undergoing like, ooh, wow, I really have to like self-inventory. It's going to propel you forward. It's going to make your life more fun and more exciting, and it's going to open up possibilities for you if you are willing to do that. I want to congratulate you also, Pisces, and say that if you are feeling overburdened, it's as a result of you being willing to like be faithful and take a chance on something, and you should give yourself credit for that, for your courage, for your commitment. Those things are worthy of admiration, but you wouldn't like I just feel that if you unburden yourself from some things that don't belong to you, you can get where you want to go a little faster. And part of that just has to do with looking at the unconscious, quiet parts of you that feel that they must be in service of someone else. Like some of you may have grown up with maybe in a single parent home or in some other situation where your parent became very dependent on you. And so you were kind of programmed, whether they meant to do that or not, programmed to like defer and to dismiss your own feelings, to put them away because this person needs me or whatever. You are not that age anymore. You're on the edge of a new solar return, a new precipice, a new year, in a new decade. What would it please you to set yourself free from? What addiction or obsession or repression could you alone set yourself free from? I think that you need to know that you're deserving of doing your own thing and building your own life and not just being at the behest of others. And I think it's also important for you to feel like you can show off a little bit. It's not your tendency, Pisces, to like show off. But you have gifts. And if you have gifts, then you were given those gifts for a reason. Okay? And if you're hoarding those gifts, it's no judgment. But all you're doing is keeping your art or your kindness or your music or your skill from a world that is clearly in desperate need of all kinds of love and skill and healing. I feel some of you are going to come to a conclusion this month, a very empowering, like honestly, your cards get fantastic. When you meet the devil in the tarot, I think it should honestly be cause for celebration, because especially in the position that it's in your reading, it's like, I'm ready to look at this. I'm ready to look in the mirror of myself and see the dark side, the thing I'm not allowed to be. What are you not allowed to be, Pisces? Demanding? Independent? Self-celebratory? Like, whatever you are not allowed to be, I think you need to explore what it feels like to be that a little bit in a safe way, okay? If you're not allowed to be weak, let's just say that you had a parent or a growing experience where it was like, stop crying, get up, we're gonna fix this. Maybe you love that parent and it's not even like a horrible abusive situation. It doesn't have to be a horrible abusive situation that leaves us with stupid, horrible abusive traumas that we end up executing on ourselves over and over and over again because it feels normal, right? If you had a parent who tells you, like, suck it up, stand up, get over it, keep going, and now, you know, you are this really amazing, strong person who can take on everybody else's pack, and it's, you know, other people give you admiration for it and stuff. It's like, yes, 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 I'm getting a lot of good feedback for being that person or whatever. If you're not allowed to be weak or to say, you know what, today, just today, could you carry my pack? Like, let alone, I can't carry everybody's, I can't even carry mine today. Do you think significant other or parent or friend or whatever, do you think you could carry this for me? Or at least, like, maybe we could stop for a second and I could set it down and you and I could go through it together and see if there's anything I can take out, because this is heavy. Allow yourself to be that with somebody who you trust. And I feel like that will shed a lot of light on things. That was weird timing. I feel that you're going to gain a lot of perspective and a lot of clarity from that. So you may want to go to, a friend. You might have a therapist who would be like perfect for this. Like, help me go through my fucking pack. Like, regardless, you definitely do have like kind and compassionate and intuitive people around you, people who are willing to help share your burden and also share your success, Pisces, because the two do go together. Here in the potential position, the Lovers. The Lovers is an echo also of this Two of Wands. It's a choice. And all of the twos are an echo of the High Priestess. Again, a choice. The two pillars, black and white. The underworld and the overworld. Choose yourself. Choose yourself. And choose to reduce the number of wands in your arsenal so that you can focus on the one that makes your magic. I'm not telling you to throw away and give up any, you know, client work or any favors that you've promised to people or things like that. But I would tell you to look at the urge or the fear that produces overexerting yourself or overgiving to a point where you start to feel resentful and you do start to feel like, well, I'm gonna hoard my shit because nobody appreciates it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to get there. We want to get to where we feel like we're making choices that honor us and honor the people around us. But if the people around you love you, truly, truly, please drink this in. You honor them by honoring yourself. If somebody loves you and what you need is space and time and quiet, or what you need is attention and company, they should honor that. Okay? And you do have those people around you, Pisces. People to give you clarity, perspective, and also the support to support yourself. Because that's what I feel more than anything, is you need to know that you deserve your own love and your own support. And sometimes it's easier to do that when we see somebody else do it, because it's like, oh, I do feel worthy when this friend or this whoever tells me, like, dude, you're more than worth it. You're doing more than enough. If I'd known you were this tired, I wouldn't have asked you for that favor. Please, like, I can take care of it. Be honest. Be honest. Honor yourself. Whether or not you're going to therapy this month, like in a literal sense, you're definitely getting some therapy from somebody, including yourself. Most importantly, honestly, from yourself. I think by the end of February, a lot of you will have made the decision to share your burdens and your successes. So even if, you know, out of the 10 people closest to you in your life, you only think 2 of them will really get and support what you're trying to do, share. And they will support you in turn. That's what I'm feeling. You're getting propelled forward. You're going to know yourself and therefore your powers better by the end of February. And if you know what they are now, and you know what it is that you need to throw off right now, the sooner you do it, the sooner you're going to feel like this. The sooner you're going to feel like, wow, I'm making things happen. I'm making things change. Like synchronicity and magic is moving in my life because I'm being incredibly honest with myself and incredibly compassionate with myself. Even with my darkest feelings, even with my darkest urges and desires, I'm going to give myself compassion and understanding and go, oh, well, there's a reason you think that that's going to help you, or there's a reason you're addicted to that, or whatever. And you can heal yourself to a point that you're ready to be self-sufficient, to know that you're whole. Because you are whole, but until you know it, you don't feel it, you know? Sweet, healing Pisces, trust in your own powers. Trust in your own powers. Give yourself credit for the leaps of courage and faith that you have made in your recent past to land you here in a place that is a little bit burdened with who am I and what do I want next. Don't be afraid. This is that 12th house stuff. This is offering you a huge opportunity, like I said, to go into that closet, pull out your skeletons, have a conversation, let them tell you what they need, let them tell you what they want, and maybe together you guys can go about like making this magic happen. It's all permissible, Pisces. So what's going on, Pisces? Questions, comments? Do you know what the devil is in your life? Do you know what these 10 wands are for you, or the pacts that you're taking on from other people as you climb this fucking mountain? I'm very curious to hear. I really hope this is helpful, Pisces. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking on the packs of other people. And if I don't see you in your, well, I can talk. If I don't see you in a video before then I will see you in your March reading. Bye, Pisces.